On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Coronavirus.
A large family of viruses that can cause illness in humans and animals, which name comes from the crown-like spikes on the surface of the virus, which can be seen under a microscope, and COVID-19 is caused by a specific type of coronavirus known as SARS-CoV-2.
Examples:
Coronavirus antibody test kit. Coronavirus bankruptcy. Considering the situation of coronavirus, organized stopped this year's beer festival.
Lifeline.
A line, rope, or cable used to support or rescue a person in danger or distress, vital or necessary support, connection, or source of help.
Examples:
Lifeline support. Emotional lifeline. My best friend has been my lifeline throughout all of my hardships.
Pandemic.
An outbreak of a disease that affects many people over a very wide area.
Examples:
Flu pandemic. Global pandemic. They fear a pandemic of a new type of virus.
Inflict.
To cause harm, injury, or suffering to someone or something.
Examples:
Inflict a heavier tax. Inflict a hard blow. The storm inflicted significant damage on the town.
Consciously.
With awareness, in a deliberate manner.
Examples:
Consciously aware of a problem. Act consciously. He consciously criticizes her in the publicity.
Lockdown.
An emergency policy for people, communities, or a country to stay where they are, usually due to specific risks, such as COVID-19.
Examples:
Go on lockdown. Lockdown area. The country's prime minister has decided to implement a nationwide lockdown measure.
Anemic.
Relating to or suffering from anemia, a condition marked by a deficiency of red blood cells or hemoglobin, resulting in lower than normal levels of oxygen in the body, lacking vitality, energy, or strength.
Examples:
Anemic appearance. Anemic economy. The company's website had anemic traffic, with very few visitors each month.
Capita.
A Latin word meaning head, used to express the amount for each person, any head or head-like expansion on a structure, as on a bone.
Examples:
Per capita sales. The agricultural yield per capita. GDP per capita shrunk by almost 10% for the third consecutive year.
Policymaker.
A person in charge of or involved in developing action plans for a political party, business, etc.
Examples:
Education policymaker. Regional policymaker. Policymakers struggle to develop various laws and regulations to address international trade conflicts.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.
Bankrupt.
Unable to pay one's debts, having been reduced to a state of financial ruin, lacking in something essential or fundamental.
Examples:
Bankrupt business. Financially bankrupt. Unfortunately, the company went bankrupt and had to close its doors permanently.
Scar.
A mark that remains on the skin after a wound has healed.
Examples:
Burn scar. Carry a scar. Even after the wound has healed, a scar remains.
Synchronize.
To happen or cause to happen at the same time or rate.
Examples:
Synchronize movements. Synchronize our watches. The ball speed will increase when the lower body movements are perfectly synchronized.
Headroom.
The amount of space or clearance above one's head, often used to describe the vertical space in a room or vehicle, the amount of leeway or flexibility available in a given situation or individual circumstances.
Examples:
Headroom clearance. Limited headroom. The car has plenty of headroom, even for tall passengers.
Perilous.
Involving a high degree of risk or danger, hazardous or fraught with potential harm.
Examples:
Perilous journey. Perilous terrain. Climbing the cliff was a perilous adventure.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Mindset.
The established set of attitudes or fixed ideas held by someone.
Examples:
Flexible mindset. The mindset in an education system. Countries whose goal is economic development often focus on fostering an entrepreneurial mindset in each individual.
Denominate.
To give a name to designate, to specify by name.
Examples:
Denominate a numerical value. Denominate an account. The customers can choose to denominate their transactions in any currency they prefer.
Depreciate.
To decrease in value or worth over time, to become less valuable or less esteemed over time.
Examples:
Depreciate asset. Depreciate against foreign currency. The car's value depreciated soon after being driven off the lot.
Nigh.
Near in distance or time, almost, nearly.
Examples:
Nigh impossible. Nigh perfect. We were nigh exhausted after hiking up the mountain in the heat.
Indebted.
Owing money or having financial obligations to another person or organization, feeling grateful or obligated to someone for their help, support, or kindness.
Examples:
Indebted to creditors. Financially indebted. He felt indebted to his parents for all the sacrifices they had made for him.
Remittance.
The act of sending money or paying a debt, a sum of money sent as payment or as a gift.
Examples:
Electronic remittance. Monthly remittance. The remittance of the payment was delayed due to a technical error.
Moratorium.
A temporary suspension or delay of an activity or process, often as a result of an official agreement or decision.
Examples:
A temporary moratorium on evictions. Impose moratorium. The council has decided to impose a moratorium on building new houses in the area.
Creditor.
A person, company, etc., to whom a debtor owes money.
Examples:
The creditor's claims. Bankrupt creditor. I asked the lawyer to initiate creditor negotiations for voluntary liquidation.
Gulf.
A large ocean inlet or deep bay that is partially enclosed by land.
Examples:
Gulf War. Gulf Stream. The Gulf of Mexico is a body of water in the southern United States.
Suffocate.
To die or cause someone to die from lack of air or inability to breathe, to be overwhelmed or constricted by a feeling or situation, such as anxiety or oppression.
Examples:
Suffocate to death. Suffocate fire. People can suffocate from a lack of oxygen in confined spaces.
Overdo.
To exaggerate or exceed limits of something. To do or use something to such an excessive or exaggerated extent that it causes harm or becomes unpleasant. To overexert.
Examples:
Overdo exercise. Overdo caffeine. If you overdo the laundry detergent, it can damage your clothes.
Heartbreak.
A feeling of great sadness or disappointment.
Examples:
Ease her heartbreak. Go through heartbreak. They had experienced the heartbreak of losing 2 children due to premature births.
Observable.
That can be noticed or seen.
Examples:
Observable change. Experimentally observable. Any theorem relies on both observable fact and assumption.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
environmental determinant, a determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Restructure.
To organize a company, business, or system in a new and different way to make it work more effectively.
Examples:
restructure sentence, restructure my debts. The economic downturn made it necessary to restructure the business.
Empathy.
The ability to share another person's feelings or experiences by imagining that person's situation.
Examples:
full of empathy, empathy for patients. Empathy is also necessary to understand history.
Mourn.
To feel or express sorrow, grief, or sadness, especially over the death of someone.
Examples:
mourn with deep grief, mourn death. We mourned the loss of our dear friend at the memorial service.
Nuance.
A subtle or slight degree of difference in appearance, meaning, sound, someone's feeling, etc.
Examples:
rich in nuance, subtle cultural nuance. The painter has tried to express every nuance of the woman's expression in his work.
Conquer.
To bring under control by force or authority.
Examples:
conquer fatal disease, conquer the world. You must conquer your anxiety about driving.
Predisposition.
A tendency or inclination to a particular behavior or condition, often due to genetic or environmental factors.
Examples:
predisposition to anxiety, genetic predisposition. Smoking can increase a person's predisposition to lung cancer.
Unthinkable.
Too unlikely or shocking to imagine or accept.
Examples:
an unthinkable coincidence, in unthinkable trouble. That accident was something unthinkable with my long experience. Foresight. The ability to anticipate or predict future events or outcomes. The act of planning for the future with wisdom and prudence, an intuitive sense of what is to come.
Examples:
strategic foresight, foresight planning. With foresight, she made a plan to avoid any potential obstacles.
Optimism.
A feeling or the belief that good things will happen, or the quality of being full of hope and emphasizing the positive aspects of a situation.
Examples:
sense of optimism, political optimism. There is considerable optimism that the economy will recover soon.
Amplify.
To enhance something, particularly sound or brightness.
Examples:
amplify a signal, amplify the effect. You might need to amplify this point.
Firepower.
The ability or capacity of a military unit or weapon to deliver a high volume of fire, the destructive capacity of military weapons or equipment.
Examples:
the firepower of the military, lethal firepower. The army relied on its superior firepower to win the battle.
Preoccupation.
The state or condition of thinking about something continuously or obsessively.
Examples:
preoccupation with work, military preoccupation. She has an obsessive preoccupation with weight and shape.
Concession.
Something that is granted or given up, often in a negotiation or argument, a place or stand where goods or services are sold or provided, often in a public setting such as a stadium or amusement park.
Examples:
an oil concession, make a concession. The movie theater offered a special concession for seniors on Tuesdays.
Capricious.
Given to sudden and unaccountable changes of mood or behavior, unpredictable, governed by a whim or fancy.
Examples:
capricious decisions, capricious mood. The capricious weather made it difficult to plan outdoor activities.
Unfold.
To open up or spread out something that is folded or rolled up, to reveal or disclose something that was previously hidden or unknown.
Examples:
unfold the story, unfold the stroller. The mystery unfolded as the detectives gathered more clues.
Mobilize.
To make something ready for action or use, to organize people or resources for a particular purpose.
Examples:
mobilize cooperation, mobilize a stiff joint. The military mobilized troops to the border.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
opportune occasion, an opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Secondly.
Used to introduce the second point or item in a list or series of statements, considerations, etc.
Examples:
secondly connected. Secondly, it is important. Firstly, we will discuss the budget. Secondly, we will go over the schedule. Footprint. A mark of a foot, shoe, or animal's foot left on a surface.
Examples:
Footprints in the snow. The footprints of an earlier civilization. We choose transportation that has a smaller carbon footprint.
Stabilize.
To become or cause to become steady or unlikely to give way.
Examples:
Stabilize prices. Stabilize blood sugar levels. The raising of interest rates stabilizes the inflation rate.
Timescale.
A period or interval of time, particularly one used as a standard for measuring or comparing other periods of time, a reference point or benchmark for the duration or length of a particular event or process.
Examples:
Long timescale. Realistic timescale. The timescale for completing the construction project is 3 years.
Inject.
To put a liquid such as a drug or other substance into a person's or an animal's body using a needle and syringe equals small tube.
Examples:
Inject under the skin. Inject a personal opinion into a debate. Let's try to inject a bit of enthusiasm into your performance.
Posit.
To suggest or accept something as fact or as a basis for argument or consideration.
Examples:
Posit the existence of life after death. Posit the premise. We should posit several hypotheses to discuss the matter.